Julie, and I'm here with a great video for you today. This is a Thinking of You floral design that I'm calling Faux Silk. I layered some stamps, so this is a stamp layering technique, and the end result reminded me of silk. And so I don't know if that's what it would be legitimately called, but that's what I'm calling it because it was one of those happy accidents. And I'm going to show you how I got that. I love when a happy accident occurs in the studio. And it's something you want to try over and over and over again. So the first thing I want to do is get a solid image, and I'm working with these beautiful florals from the Basic Gray and Hero Arts collaboration Konnichiwa collection. And I'm also working with the wood mount envelope pattern background stamp. And this is a really versatile stamp. You can do a lot of stuff with that background stamp and makes it very fun for stamp layering. So I'm working with Hero Arts dye inks, and I'm going to ink up that solid image with some ruby dye ink. So I'm going to start out with that. And it's important to know that I have no idea how this would work with other inks. I just know I got this effect with the Hero Arts inks, and it was really fun. And I'm going to ink and stamp that first. And it may go down a little bit splotchy at first, but just, give it a few seconds to do its thing, because it will even and smooth out beautifully. And then I'm going to stamp this fun Thinking of You image from the new Thinking of You kite set. And this is a great set, has a lot of flexibility and versatility because all the Thinking of You expressions are done in different fonts, and so you can mix and match it with a lot of other stamps in your collection. And then I'm going to highlight the flowers with a Copic marker, and I'm just using a very soft gray, and I'm just sticking towards the outer edges because I really wasn't sure how the two combined would react. And so I just didn't want to go over the ruby ink with the gray marker and potentially muddy up my image. So I'm just sticking towards the outer edges, and then I'm highlighting the leaves with a soft green here. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to take, this is where the magic happens. You're going to take the envelope pattern stamp and ink it up with some soft sand Hero Arts dye ink. And then I just like to lay down my project on top of the stamp. It's a lot easier for me to use background stamps this way. And then put some scratch paper over the top so my fingers don't get inky, because we all know I hate getting my fingers inky. Because I'll smudge it onto something else later on. That's why. So now you can see how this envelope pattern looks on the front of the card, and I have a better shot. But first, before I show you that close-up, I wanted you to see another technique that I also use, which is called out of the box. And what I'm doing is I'm putting some repositionable adhesive on the back of my panel so that it won't shift on my work surface. And then I'm going to take a straight edge. This one has a nice metal edge there. And I'm going to take my craft knife, and I lost the cap to my craft knife, so I just stuck a cork on it, and that keeps me from, potential injury. And then I'm going to actually cut through the card, but I'm going to skip over the stamped images. So I skipped over the floral images there because I'm going to cut away around them with my detail scissors. And this technique is called out of the box, and it's just a fun way to give added emphasis to your images without adding a lot of bulk and layers to your card. So I hope you'll try it. It's really fun, and it's a technique that I use pretty often. I really like it. And I'm just going to trim out very quickly, make sure I get all those pieces trimmed away, and there you can see how the flower image is overhanging the cut line there, and that's why they call it out of the box. And then I'm going to lop off the right hand side of this panel. I'm going to be mounting it to a solid white base card. But one more thing I wanted to do to even add more emphasis to that pretty floral image was to take a piece of punch cardstock, and this was just a scrap I had in my bin, and I'm just layering that right there on the left hand side where that's going to get mounted over the top. And then I decided to 3D mount the top panel. So I'm just putting some foam tape there, foam adhesive on the back side, and then I'll 3D mount that to the card front. And believe it or not, Bob's your uncle, I'm done. That's all she wrote. But I'm going to show you a close-up, and then you're going to see why I call it faux silk. The soft sand dye ink with the envelope pattern, when I stamped it over the top and did the stamp layering, it actually repelled some of that ruby ink and cause this effect where it looks like it's embedded into the ruby ink. And I just thought that was such a fun and awesome effect. So I called it faux silk because it reminded me of silk and fabric. So I hope it's something you'll give a try, and thanks for watching and have a great day.